garden with a relaxing spot for remembrance.
Now, this is Justin, Linda and their lovely baby girl, Maya, and they're in Aylesbury.
Hey Garden Rescue Team, I'm Justin.
I'm Linda.
This is Maya.
This is Halo.
And we desperately need your help with the garden.
Desperately. Please, please, please.
Now, their garden really is a blank canvas. And looking at these photos, you can see that there's really nothing there.
So, welcome to our garden.
Yeah, with our massive patio area, as you can see.
There's nowhere to sit. The patio is absolutely tiny and a bit of a strange shape.
So, we bought the house from new and we've been here 4 years. It's a typical new build.
As you can see with the garden, it's very plain, not much happening here.
The garden's not huge. The lawn looks a little bit sad. It's definitely a blank canvas.
It's not very child-friendly, overlooked, uninspiring.
And literally the only thing growing out of it is the clothesline.
I have painted the fence, though. I'm pretty proud of the fact that I've painted the fence.
I can tell that Justin has put in the hours painting that fence. However, there's not really much else going on.
Basically, we don't use the garden, except for Halo the dog. He uses it to do his business.
Dogs are always trouble.
It works for the dog. Doesn't work for me.
They're wanting a garden with a Thai feel to it because they had a fabulous holiday there.
I would love our garden to be Thai-inspired, just somewhere where you could relax and just unwind.
Now, I've travelled around Thailand, so it could be really fun to design.
But what else they want, I'm not sure, so let's find out.
What we would love to have is just an outdoor space that's an extension of the house that we can enjoy.
I think ideally we'd love a space that's a bit more engaging for Maya. Larger patio area so we can have somewhere as a family we could sit down.
They definitely want somewhere to relax as a family, a place for Maya to run around, use up energy, but also explore.
She loves being outside, so we'd love to have a space where she could potter around, and she loves picking flowers.
Just picturing Maya playing in the garden would be irreplaceable, really.
It'd be really great to bring them a garden where Maya can have fun and play.
I would love for the garden to have somewhere quiet to reflect. In recent years, I've lost both my parents. Linda's lost her father. So having that space and somewhere where it can be quiet is important.
It sounds like they've had a really difficult few years, and they really need the garden to help heal them and provide some respite.
I would, in an ideal world, love a water feature.
Oh, come to the right person.
I just find there's something very healing and relaxing about the sound of water.
Budget is £5,000, so that's a lovely, healthy budget because the garden isn't huge.
In many ways, it is almost like the final piece. That would mean we definitely have a happy home.
So the key thing is a calm area with that Thai feel and also a reflective space in memory of their parents. And if there's a water feature, then that's a bonus. I think I want this one. I think this could look amazing.
I love tropical-themed gardens, and because there's nothing there, it gives me complete carte blanche to reimagine the space. So watch out, Charlie. I'm coming for you on this one.
Team of landscapers provide the labour for free. Back in Aylesbury, Linda and Justin have been sent the designer's pitches.
Hi, Linda and Justin. This is my Thai-inspired healing garden.
Linda, Justin, you wanted a garden with a Thai feel to it, but also a great place for your little girl to explore and learn about the outside world.
Looks ambitious.
Very ambitious.
It looks ambitious.
I've got 2 big patio areas with a linking path down to this area down the bottom of the garden that's got the more dramatic plants. So big, bold foliage, banana, fatsia, phormiums, the jungle planting. Then you've got this modern pergola, charcoal grey, black colour, chunky, but then with these slatted roofs, so you get that fantastic sort of dappled light The paving is all new, and I've gone for a very modern paving. Big, simple slabs with no joints between them to give that modern feel to it.
Nice, large patio area.
And modern, keeping in line with our house.
Mm.
Now, I know you wanted a space that reminded you of those amazing holidays that you've had, and I've designed you this garden that's going to take you away and transport you to the Far East. And I've taken my inspiration from all those 5-star beachfront resorts that are just super slick. Now, this garden's based on a 45-degree angle to help elongate the space. It's also going to make it really dynamic as you're walking around the garden because you're going to get all these different angles and viewpoints. Now, I've used this raised wooden deck that's going to take you on a journey. The first area of the garden is going to be this custom bar, where you'll be able to chill out in the evening, have a cocktail, and believe that you're on holiday. I've nested the bar within this tropical lush planting, so things like hardy bananas, maybe some ferns and fatsia are going to envelope that bar, making you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere.
Definitely got the holiday feel, the
holiday vibe.
Both designers are embracing the Thai theme with exotic jungle planting that surrounds a focal seating area. But they're taking very different approaches. So how do they plan to bring Zen healing vibes to the space?
This raised bed here is planted up with bamboos, and it adds a bit of height, but it's just very simple screening. Then on the back, we're going to put a modern screen, and this is just a simple pot, and we're going to drop a solar light in it, so at night time, the pot looks like it's lit up. So if you wanted to meditate or something like that, you'll see that, and it's just very calming.
So the top area of the garden here is going to be the real healing area. We've got these 2 wooden recliners that slowly rock. So if you're in the middle of the day, you can sunbathe, or if it's in the evening, you can sit back and look at the stars, and you're going to feel like you're miles away. We've got this raised bed at the back that's going to elevate the planting and bringing in some of those really rich tropical evergreen plants. I've also incorporated these evergreen standard trees that are going to give you that lovely round, soft shape. What I've done with them is to inset them through the decking, so it'll look like they're emerging out of the deck, giving that real super slick style.
That's
Different as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that's unique.
Charlie and Lee have a spot for thoughtful relaxation and are packing the garden with height and structure. But have they remembered that Linda wanted a water feature?
Then in this raised bed here, just next to this seating area, we have a very simple water feature, what I would call a reflective water feature. A simple bowl, solar powered, with a gentle trickle of water, so it's almost mesmerising when you look at it. And I thought that would be a lovely place to light floating candles for remembrance.
I know you wanted a water feature, but I've taken it one step further. I'm going to give you this amazing metal water wall, which is going to help bring the sound of the sea to the garden as you hear it trickling and bubbling away. Not only that, but at night it's going to light up, meaning that you can use the garden for longer.
Yeah, that's very nice. Very, very nice.
Lee's going all out with his wall of water. But what do the designers have in mind for Justin and Linda's daughter, Maya?
So this area here, the lawn is slightly mounded, not too high, so it just undulates. So she's got this like little valley to run through, and just here, set down quite low, is a little mud kitchen and a blackboard on the side of the fence.
And that mud kitchen, oh, she'd love that.
And then this raised bed here, underplanted with sensory planting, so there'll be thyme and sage. So you can use them for your cooking, but also they'll be a great place for her to explore and smell all the different scents.
I think she would like that as well.
Now, I've not forgotten about baby Maya. I've created this play area here, which is close to the house, so you can see her, but it also means that this area can develop over time. I'm going to build her a custom mini playground with a slide so she can feel like she's on holiday too. But as time goes on, if that needed to change into something else, it's easy to do that.
Yeah, she'll absolutely love that.
And I like the idea that it can change as she gets older.
Both Charlie and Lee have smashed the brief, offering a Thai garden that suits the whole family and contains a contemplative space.
So in summary, I've given you 2 big seating areas with a strong Thai jungle theme and a reflective water feature, as well as an exploring area for Maya.
I'm giving you a taste of Thailand in your back garden. But not only that, it's a really chic space that's going to help bring that healing property to the garden. It's also got a play area for baby Maya that's going to grow with her over time. Hopefully, you pick me.
With that, the pitches are over.
I'm not sure what decision we're going to come to. It's just so hard, isn't it? They're both so different, but...
Both different, both good in their own way.
The designers have answered Linda and Justine's relaxing Thai dreams, but it's a tricky choice. Will they go for Charlie's peaceful jungle with reflective pond and mud kitchen? Or Lee's 5-star tropical retreat with cocktail bar, sun lounges and a playground for Maya?
Both very nice. I love the simplicity of what Charlie's done. But then Lee feels like a showpiece as well.
Difficult one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love the mud kitchen. I just think Maya will just be so happy pottering around.
Yeah, she does love a slide, though. Could see her loving that.
I'm liking the bar, but I think that's more me and not you. Unless we turn it into a juice bar.
Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it?
A lot to think about.
But only one of these stunning Southeast Asian spaces can win.
So after much deliberation, compromise, discussions, we've decided to go for Charlie's design.
Charlie's design pretty much captured every element we were looking for. Maya's covered. She's got a great mud kitchen and area. We've got the patio area, the water feature, above and beyond, really. So, yeah, I think that's what led to our decision.
Charlie's Thai-inspired vision has sealed the deal.
Well done, Charlie, and another cool, calculated win for me today.
Thank you very much. I have to say, we were both very, very zen and calm with our designs, weren't we? And I'm very excited about Maya giving her own gardening space. You can never be too young to start gardening.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can be Buddha and I'll be the student.
Oh, you can be the whippersnapper, are you?
It's the day of the build in Aylesbury. And the landscaping team, led by project manager Ben, are keen to get things started.
Wow, OK. You can tell.
Charlie
design. This is for Linda, Justine and Maya. They want a garden inspired by Thailand. So, Andy, you'll be paving the way.
Nothing new there then, Ben?
2 paving sections and just a path connecting them.
Yeah, I can do that, mate.
New lawn going in, lots of planting. Lee.
Yes.
You'll be chipping away at quite a bit here. Lovely cantilevered pergola.
Right.
We're then going to have raised beds set around the garden. We've got a few sections you can see from Maya. Mud kitchen.
Oh, yeah, mud kitchen.
Yeah,
like
now
a
we're
good mud
talking.
kitchen, yeah.
OK, team. So this garden is relaxed, chilled and zen-like. So keep calm and carry on. Or should I say,
No time to meditate. The team gets stuck in. It's out with the old tiny patio and lackluster lawn. Charlie's impressive design includes 5 stylish timber planting beds. Carpenter Lee has his work cut out.
Busy day ahead today. All my timber here for my raised beds. As you can see, it's all tannalised timber, but quite rough on the edges. So what I want to do, just admire, I want to get all the edges routed off. So at least you'll not get any splints off anything. So better get cracking and get something done.
Back in the garden, preparation for the new patios are underway.
The team has made a fantastic start. Charlie has designed it, so Linda and Justine have 2 paving areas. So we're prepping the area here. We have to dig down deep enough to bring in the sculpins, compacted, and then Andy can lay the porcelain there.
This path, Ben,
Yep,
looks pretty central to the doors. So if I get that bit paved,
yep.
and then we can set a line up, line these up.
And then Lee can bring the beds out to meet it. Wonderful.
With a plan in place, the team start to lay the modern ceramic pavers that Charlie splashed out more than £1,600 on.
OK, we're ready to lay our first slab. As you can see, I put my bonding agent on, makes a fantastic key into this lovely mix that James has done me. Beautiful slabs.
There's so much woodwork, Lee's enlisted Paul's help to build the largest raised bed.
Come on then, lift it up. Ready?
And it's not long before project manager Ben gets in on the action.
Work smart, sir. Not hard there. Come on, get on. Go!
Go, surf. Legs up.
Let's go.
You good, boys?
Good morning, go. She goes.
As the first huge planting bed is placed, Andy is steaming ahead with the patio by the house.
Right, well, we're cracking on with this porcelain paving nicely now. Because we're not having any pointing joints or anything, I'm just slightly running this off away from the house. You never want water running to your house. Unless you've got improper drains, it's always better to have your water running off.
Things are looking crisp, or at least they were.
I may just go over that.
I can dig it out.
Go make the tea. If you want a job doing properly.
As Andy straightens things up, outside, the team begin the big job of painting the pergola wood.
Well, I thought things were going too good, and Charlie informed me that I've got to paint all the slats grey as well. So, really got my work cut out now. And they're going to need quite a few coats, depending on how deep a grey she wants them to turn out. Charlie Dimmock, you've got a lot to answer for, you have.
Back in the garden, the planting beds to the left of the space are going in, as is the slick porcelain path.
Andy and James have done a fantastic job with the paving. Just this last little bit to go in here. We're getting somewhere. It's looking good, all taking shape.
Great news, as Charlie and Lee have arrived.
There you are, Lee. What are you up to?
I was just cleansing my chakras.
I think you might have taken this Zen thing a step too far, my dear.
Well, I thought we could bring a little bit of calm today to this garden.
OK, so you're all set up and ready and in the right frame of mind?
I'm ready for whatever tasks you have for me.
OK. Now, this garden for Justin and Linda is all about remembering the past and embracing the future. So I'm on the remembrance water feature, and you are going to be making that area for their little girl, Maya, to get her into gardening. So I'm thinking mud kitchen, explore, fun, yeah?
Fantastic. I might even make you a mud pie.
Oh, a mud pie. No, I've heard about your cooking, and I'd stick to the gardening if I were you. Come on, let's get going. Oh, dearie me, what you like? Going to be playing with that bell all day long, aren't you? OK. Oh, gosh. Gosh. Now, I hope you've really gone and channeled that inner spirit.
I feel quite centred.
Because that's your area where you're creating the mud kitchen.
Yeah.
The mud's
Okay.
there.
I might need to get some herbal tea.
So Maya's area is going to be here. That's so that if Justin and Linda are in the house, they can just peer outside through the windows and see her quite happily. And then we're going to have this raised bed here, so it'll be a lovely sea of colour, but not blocking the garden off. So we've got this lovely modern grey paving. Now, Justin spent ages painting the fence, so I've gone with that grey theme. So the planting here is just going to be very simple, bamboos for that zen feel. James is busy mixing because Andy is still busy laying these huge porcelain slabs. They are big slabs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie.
We're nearly there.
Nearly there. Woohoo! So this is going to be the seating area that gets the evening sun. The focal point is going to be the remembrance water feature, and then over here we're going to have lots of planting, sort of with a jungly theme. Not loads of colour, but lots of green and textures. And there's still some lawn to play on as well.
Charlie's sleek plan brings structure to the space with stylish raised borders and striking ceramic tiles. To achieve this modern look, she spent a whopping £2,400 on timber and paving.
wanted a really smart, neat finish to this garden to keep it quite contemporary. And if you look, the pergola fits precisely in the raised bed, and the raised bed fits precisely in the paving. So very smart, sir.
Looking good, isn't it?
I am going to have to come over there in a bit to help Lee with the pergola.
Well, that's all right, 'cause I'll be gone.
And you don't mind then?
As Andy gets the last of the porcelain tiles in place, Charlie has a bright idea for another contemporary touch.
Having a bit of a fight there, Lee.
Modern art.
Talking of modern art...
Oh, God. You've got to come on, Charlie, one job at a time. Come on.
That's my modern art. That's the screen that we are making.
Oh, we can.
OK. So should I start painting the timbers first?
Give me a shout when we're ready to start cutting.
Lee likes my painting skills as well.
With a lot of woodwork to cover, out front, Charlie makes a start on the modern screen.
So I promised Lee I would relieve him of some of the painting duties. I'm putting a base coat of grey down first. Once that's dry, I'm going to put the black on the top for a nice contrast so that the screen stands out. Therapeutic, almost a Zen vibe. Just let your mind wander. Perhaps that's why my painting skills are so dodgy.
And the team are also getting arty, with a playful addition for Linda and Justine's daughter.
Now, Charlie asked me to unleash my inner child, so for Maya's mud kitchen, I'm going to also make a chalkboard to go in the back. So what I've done is cut a piece of ply, and then I've got these wooden surrounds, and I've cut them at 45-degree angles so that they fit together really neatly.
With a splash of bright colour,
We've got this, like, hot satsuma. We've also got this dark green, and it's going to make that chalkboard stand out.
the ply has been given a lick of blackboard paint, and a trusty glue gun comes to Lee's aid.
This should then fit together rather neatly without any visible fixings. So you do have to work fast because it sets quickly, but it does give you a really neat finish. So there we go. Perfect.
Back in the garden, Charlie's sleek pergola is progressing well.
Oh, you managed to work out the ladder then?
Yeah. Good job, you see, because these slabs are still wet.
Yeah. Cantilever's looking fantastic.
And what I'm doing with these slats, rather than sitting on the top,
Right.
so you'd see all the ends, I've used a bit of it underneath.
Yeah.
And then they'll just sit
Like that.
inside there, and you'll not see them.
I've got the right chap on the job for precision. So this pergola, it's very modern, clean looking, but to make sure that they're not overlooked, we've got slats on the top which will give a lovely dappled light. We're also going to have some slats coming down the back and also down the side a bit.
Right, another one, Charlie, while you're here. Spacing-wise,
Yeah, about that. How many did you paint?
enough. Enough for the top.
Enough for the top.
I think you could be getting busy with the paintbrush if you want the sides paint.
It might just come to my mind that we might have a nice contrast if we do that section in natural. Yeah?
Music to me ears, that.
Charlie's design has a plethora of Thai-style jungle planting surrounding the pergola. But towards the front of the space by the house, she has two raised beds. One with colourful prairie planting, and the other has something for baby Maya.
Where Maya's area is, I'm going to put lots of sensory plants in so that when she's wandering over to her mud kitchen, she can sort of squish the plants and she'll get a different scent, but also there'll be plants that feel really soft and fluffy. But I want to add a bit of height to the raised bed, so I'm using these plastic pots because it means that watering is much easier because it holds on to a lot more moisture. But I do need to put some holes in the bottom so that they drain. And then when it comes to the plants, I want to keep quite a stylised feel to the planting. So I've gone for 2 hostas and a phormium, so that gives that contrast of upright linear foliage and contrasting with round, soft foliage of the hostas. And that keeps it looking quite contemporary.
With no time to lose, Lee's also busy with an extra for Maya's area.
So I found this old terracotta garden clock, and it doesn't work anymore. So what I'm doing is using these coloured permanent markers, I'm going to colour in the numbers, and then I've got these 2 coloured lolly sticks that are going to be the hands. So as Maya gets a bit older, she can learn to tell the time by moving the hands around on her very own garden clock. And there we go. Should be able to tell the time in no time.
Back in the garden, work is continuing at a fearsome pace. The pergola's slatted roof is almost complete. And Andy's constructing a raised platform for Charlie's calming feature pot. With the hard landscaping coming together, it's time to bring in the soil and plants.
My sensory border is ready to start planting it up. So I've got all sorts of lovely things. Strawberries for one, I've got little alpine strawberries. So I'm going to put that down this end. And then at the other end, I'm going to have more of the herbs. Yes, they're scented, but also it'll be really handy for the kitchen. They can grab a bit of rosemary. So stackies or lamb's ears, very soft. And then we've got this like moss mat forming one. So again, it's really tactile and quite a fun shape. And these will create ground cover, which means there'll be even less weeding.
Charlie spent around £60 on fun foliage for Maya, including herbs like mint,
Yum, 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 yum.
chives, thyme and sage.
So, my sensory border.
Very nice, very sensory.
Very sensory. And you're starting the prairie.
Yeah, I can feel the grasslands coming on there.
Yeah, grass with some nice bright colours, because I thought it'd be really nice for Maya to have that as she walks. Scent and touchy-feely, bright colours on this side.
Exactly, gorgeous perennials. So I'm planting up Charlie's prairie border, and this is a really interesting specimen. It's an amaranthe, pheasant tail grass from New Zealand, and it's super tough. It will cope with temperatures way below zero, and it will come back year after year. The beauty of this is that in autumn, these leaves turn a russet colour, which is where it gets its nickname of the pheasant's tail grass. Totally bulletproof, and absolutely lovely for this position.
And it's not only grasses that have piqued Lee's interest.
Now, here is another prairie plant. This is a helenium, and it's one of my favourite all-time plants, so I'm super pleased that Charlie's picked this. They like damp conditions in early spring and then full sun, free draining ground, so they're going to be perfect for this raised bed. And they just give you that really typical daisy-like flower, bright yellow, orange, and they last from August time all the way through to October. And then you cut them back down to the ground in February and they start all over again. Brilliant choice.
Charlie's also gone for Anthemis and Echinacea to brighten up the prairie border. In the centre of the sensory bed, she now plants the stylish Formium and Hostas that set the budget back almost £40. Outside, both Lees have moved on to the main feature in Maya's area.
So, Lee, this looks like the beginning of my little mud kitchen.
It is, all from leftovers from the planters.
Because it only needs to be small, because Maya's only one. So I think, yeah, this L shape would be nice, and if we can fit these in, countersink them to the top.
Yeah, they can go in, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I think I've done enough carpentry for today. My chakras are feeling a little bit off balance.
Oh, boy.
So I'm just going to go and meditate for 5 minutes, and then I'll come back and help you.
Right,
How's
OK,
that?
I'll crack on then.
Whilst Lee finds his inner zen, Charlie and Andy turn their attention to Maya in the Thai-inspired tropical zone.
So this area here is going to be a little walkway leading into the jungle planting, so that Maya can sit down here while Mum and Dad are sat over there, but she'll be surrounded by lots and lots of plants. And then I've got a nice soft rug that can go on the top to sit on. And I've also got some rope so we can sort of swag it between the posts, so she's got something to hold on to. But makes it look really jungly.
Yeah, they're lovely, Charlie.
With the mini seating area coming together, it's time to bring a rainforest of larger structural plants in, starting with bamboo.
I'm doubly bamboozled now. The pandas are turning up a little later. The key plant are the bamboos. I'm using them to create an atmosphere because they have a lovely sound when they catch the breeze, but also for screening because the garden is quite overlooked. So I've gone for clump-forming bamboos, like this black bamboo, Philostachys nigra. You can see why it's called black bamboo, because the canes start off green as they grow, but then they colour up and go gorgeously black.
Outside, Carpenter Lee is making Maya's mud kitchen safe for little hands. And with his chakras realigned, other Lee is back to help.
The next job, you see, drill 2 holes into these circular templates and then use a jigsaw to cut out the gaps for these 2 little kitchen sinks. So I'm going to crack on and do that now.
With the holes neatly jigsawed,
Well done, young ninja. I've taught you well.
One down, another one to go.
there's just time for a spot more sanding. And Maya's carefully crafted cooking station can take up its rightful place.
Oh, there we go, it fits nicely.
It does, doesn't it?
And it's just the right height for me to get cooking.
Rustle me up a mud pie, please.
Hey, I've got a queue. I've got Charlie to do first.
I'll have seconds then.
OK.
Meanwhile, Charlie's out front, and she's busy with Linda and Justine's calming Zen water feature.
I just wanted it very simple. This is clay fibre, so it's waterproof, but I need to seal the holes up. So I'm using some epoxy resin that will go off quickly. Then we're just going to have a very simple spout. I've got a piece of bamboo that we're going to bring the hose up through the bamboo. It's going to sit on the edge here, and then there'll just be a single spout and the water will drop down. So just very plain and simple.
Back in the garden, Lee's getting excited over some green screening.
Now, this grass here is a Miscanthus sinensis gracilimus. Bit of a mouthful. Otherwise known as Chinese silvergrass. Now, this grass will bulk up to about 2 metres wide by 1.5 metres. What's great about this Miscanthus is its winter interest. So throughout the summer, you've got these lovely green blades, but in the winter, the whole thing turns a silver colour. And as the frost descends in January, the seed heads look fantastic. And then come March time, cut it back down to the ground, and then it will regenerate each year. It's such little maintenance for such a fantastic grass. Well worth it, and a really good choice from Charlie to help screen off this and add a bit of texture to the back of this arbour.
As Lee gets the rest of the structural plants in, adding a spray of green to the massive grey fencing, Charlie shifts her focus to another contemporary Zen touch.
Now, the other feature pot I wanted to make quite fun with a spotlight in it shining up. So we're going to have the screen on the back, surrounded with bamboos, and then we've got this beautiful, simple container. And I've got a solar-powered spotlight. And then I thought it'd be really neat to actually line the inside of the pot with plants. So like an inside-out hanging basket. Now to make the basket bit.
Using chicken wire, Charlie makes a central frame and lines the outside with compost and moss to create her remembrance pot.
Right, eventually got to the top. I'm going to trim that down and then plant it up with some ivies. And then I've got this little sagina, which can sit there. And then I've got the spotlight at the bottom. There we go, last ivy in, solar light down there. I'm really pleased with the way that's turned out.
Meanwhile, Lee adds the scent of Thailand with jasmine, and Charlie moves on to some rather special Thai-inspired foliage.
Cardoon is its common name, Cyanara cardunculus. It's related to the globe artichoke. Now, it will eventually get to about 8 foot tall, so it dies down every winter, but then you get these amazing leaves that are very dramatic. Blue-grey, so it ties in with that grey theme, and then you get these amazing flowers on them that like giant thistles. So that's going to be up and over there, and these big leaves will contrast to the bamboo, and it's going to sort of frame the water feature that's going here.
Charlie spent more than £500 packing the garden with exotic greenery. And while the planting continues in earnest, Carpenter Lee is out front, getting stuck into Charlie's feature screen.
So that's the idea. So frame round.
Yeah.
I'm meant to have sort of 1 or 2 thicker bits,
Yeah.
and then we can have all that as thinner bits. So that's the general idea. I won't hold you to it exactly.
Well, that's what we've got to work with. Come back in 10 minutes and
10
I'll show you what I've got. I might have lied about the 10 minutes bit.
And with the clock ticking, Maya's space gets a few additions.
I'm just hanging up the final utensils, and now Maya will be able to cook up a storm in her own kitchen.
New turf is laid in the centre of the space, and Charlie turns her mind to peaceful reflection.
Now, I thought it'd be really nice on top of the water feature just have a floating candle and somewhere to put a flower so that Justin and Linda can sort of light the candle, put some fresh flowers in remembrance of their parents.
Meanwhile, Lee's worked his magic on Charlie's Thai-style screen.
There you go, Charlie. 11 minutes and 51 seconds.
I have to say, it's exactly like my design. I'm loving it. So we just got to get in now. Woohoo!
Charlie spent nearly £100 on materials for this bespoke centrepiece.
It looks fantastic. And once those bamboos have come up and sort of frame it, it looked really lovely.
And finally, it's time to install her simple Zen water feature.
It's going now. Yeah, right.
With a splash of organic dye to enhance the reflections.
Not harmful to children or animals.
I'm all right then.
You're all right.
All that's left is to add a few extra pebbles and fill the pond.
Now?
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 You sure?
Yeah.
Definitely?
Yeah.
The garden is complete.
Wow, look at this.
It's lovely and green and quite zen. I have to say, building it wasn't quite zen because there's an awful lot going on in this garden.
There is. However, this is fantastic. You've got a mix of almost quite an adult garden with a child-friendly garden, and it's so calm, Charlie.
Yeah, I have to say, I think Maya is going to love it. What, the kitchen over there, space to run around, and then she's got her own bespoke seating area.
I wish I had my own bespoke seating area. And that cantilever, it's such a design icon to do that. I love that.
Right then, guess we ought to let them see it.
Guess we better.
When the team arrived, this bland, small, empty garden contained little more than a tiny patio and a boring lawn. But after working with a £5,000 budget, it's been transformed into a Thai haven filled with lush jungle planting and far eastern touches. Crisp paving and a modern pergola add a contemporary feel to the space. A sense of Thailand and calm are brought with a reflective pool, a striking bespoke screen, and a Zen pot with feature lighting. The garden is packed with bamboos and exotic greenery, along with splashes of colourful prairie flowers and sensory foliage. There's even a corner dedicated to baby Maya. So, what will Linda and Justin make of their new space?
Do you want to open your eyes? Oh my God.
Wow.
My look. My look. Is that good?
You're right.
Tears of joy, one hopes. Yes?
Okay.
Definitely. Has it changed a bit?
I can't believe this is our garden.
You can tell they absolutely love it, and I'm not surprised. It's such a perfect design for this size of garden.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we've got this lovely new non-slip porcelain patio that's very modern and contemporary. Maya's already finding her kitchen over there that Lee's been busy on. So we've got beautiful bright flowers here. So this is prairie planting. So when you look out of the kitchen window, you'll still be able to see Maya when she's playing, mixing up mud pies for you to eat.
Maya's found the mud kitchen. I'm really pleased. She seems to love it.
And then this border here is a sensory garden. So there's lots of herbs in there. But then also tactile plants so that Maya can touch them. They're nice and soft. And there's some strawberries. Strawberries. Shall we go and check out the rest of the garden? So we've also just got here this sort of remembrance pot with a bit of a Zen vibe screen behind. But when you look inside, there's a spotlight in there. So that will just be like a well of golden light at night.
Beautiful.
So then we've got the water feature. So I wanted to keep it very simple because I know when you were in Thailand, Everything just seems to be very simple and elegant. So it's just a simple bowl, bamboo pipe, it's solar powered, and then we've just got a little candle that you can then light in memory of people, but it's also quite a nice, gentle sound, which will help the relaxation in this area.
I'm still in shock.
Yes, what are you in shock? Why
I'm
is
still
that?
in shock. I really wasn't expecting all of this to fit in our size garden.
Gosh, they seem really overwhelmed by the transformation today, and I'm not surprised.
Then this is going to be a gorgeous array of foliage plants, big sort of fatsier leaves, and there's bamboos that are going to screen. And then there's a little area there for Maya. So when Mum and Dad are sat here chilling out, Maya can be sat there chilling out as well.
Maya's got her own space. They love that, and it's a great touch from Charlie's design.
I'm not normally this quiet, so I'm in shock as well, I think. It's just more than I...
Anticipated.
Definitely.
And there's everything. There's the water feature, the plants, there's absolutely everything. And Maya's taken to it already. She's just absolutely in love with the mud kitchen and everything else, so...
We won't be able to get her in.
No, so can you see yourself as a family sitting out here in the...
Definitely.
Enjoying the space?
Definitely. Even when it's raining, I'm going to be out here all the time.
Charlie's done a fantastic job today, and you can tell that all three of them are going to make the most out of this garden space.
It's changed our life, basically. We've just got an extra room now to be in, and it's amazing. Perfect.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Thank you.